To improve the scientificity and quality of sports training, scientists who are from WiMi Hologram Academy of WiMi Hologram Cloud Inc. discussed the human action simulation system based on virtual reality technology. Scientists collect the initial movement data through a movement capture movement database. Using offset mapping technology correction and design the movements in the movement database according to the athlete's body parameters, combined with the rationality of the human movement equations. Test the standard technical action through the movement splicing arrangement and simulate each standard technical movements. Get a new set of standard technology simulation screen synchronization with the athlete's training video of comparative analysis. Improve the quality and training level. Realize the simulation of sports training. The basic requirement of competitive sports is that athletes should have standard and skilled technical movements. To achieve this goal, athletes not only need to continue to train hard but also should provide scientific and effective training methods for coaches to improve the level of sports training. China's competitive sports training level of science and technology has always been in a relatively low state. Most coaches, through experience and subjective consciousness of sports training teaching, only rely on experience and the naked eye judgment to guide athletes' technical movements, leading to athletes need several repeated practices to master the technical essentials. So cause China competitive sports training quality is low and technical action level improves slowly. To this end, researchers around the world have concluded through research and practical verification that adding digital graphics and image technology into sports training can improve the efficiency of athletes to master the technical essentials during sports training, effectively reducing the chance of injury in athletes during sports training, and improve the overall sports training effect. Virtual reality technology can also be referred to as VR technology, has the characteristics of interactive conception and immersion through the integrated use of artificial intelligence technology, multimedia technology, digital graphics technology, computer network technology, and multimedia sensing technology for human sensory function simulation. Make the user immersed in the virtual environment. Through gestures and language can achieve real-time interaction. Build a humanized dimensional information space. The application prospect is very broad. Nowadays, the virtual reality technology has entered the architectural design, cultural entertainment, industrial education and training, and other fields, among which the virtual reality technology in the field of sports is mostly used in sports training and teaching, based on this technology to achieve the scientific level of training process and technical action optimization and improvement. Therefore, the sports training simulation system based on virtual reality technology is studied, which provides help to effectively improve the scientific training of coaches and the technical movements of athletes. Through the actual movement and movement biomechanics data and digital 3D human movement virtual reality technology, realize the virtual reality technology simulation, modified design movement training purpose, at the same time using human movement dynamics theory analysis and test of design technical action, and will test the standard technical movement simulation for a complete set of an action sequence. Through the stimulation sequence and athletes training video, improve simulation realistic guiding significance and application value. The two key parts of the motion training simulation system based on virtual reality technology are simulation motion and motion training motion comparison, and standard technical motion simulation. Among them, sports training standard technical action refers to the ideal technical action that is identified in the mind of the referee or coach, which can improve the level of sports training and the score in sports competitions. To better assist sports training, the prior knowledge of referees and coaches can be graphical and quantified. Based on this, the referee or coach should provide a way to simulate the standard technical movements of sports training. With offset mapping correction, design movement training to capture action database with the human parameters of athletes, according to the people's body inertia parameters. At the same time, the parameters through the human movement equation of simulation results. Realize the purpose of reducing the simulation error. To edit the simulation of the standard technical action after inspection. Get a complete set of standard technology simulation action. Constitute 3D standard simulation library. Simulation and simulation of sports training. To improve the level of sports training, the standard technical movement simulation results in the athletes' real sports training movements can be compared and analyzed. To improve the athlete's cognition of the insufficient technical movements in their own sports training. Through the camera orthogonal projection model, the camera parameters can be obtained from the internal operation of the sports training video. Confirm the control parameters of the 3D virtual scene with the equal viewpoint of the sports training video. And compare the simulation of standard technical movements and real sports training movements to provide effective help for the coach to guide the sports training. The system is applied to the sports training of the diving team and the volleyball team in some areas. The training effect is presented, and the application performance of the system is tested. Simulation effect analysis through the professional software environment to realize the development of the system. The application system simulation of a diving jump technology and a male volleyball player's serve technology. Compare the technical action simulation effect and the similarity of technical movements. Test the simulation effect of the system simulation. If the system of the simulation effect of two technical movements illustrates the system simulation effect is good, simulation results can be used in the actual movement training, and more convenient in the system based on the simulation results of activity modification, and facilitate the simulation results after the comparative analysis with the training video. This paper studies the simulation system of motion training based on virtual reality technology. Virtual reality technologies include computer networks, multimedia sensing, and digital graphics and images, with the functional characteristics of immersion and interaction, to realize the simulation of the human body characteristics, and immerse users in their virtual environment. The overall system including two parts, comparative simulation action and motion training action and standard technical action simulation is constructed and using virtual reality technology to simulate the relevant characteristics of motion training movements, realize the simulation function of the system. Through practical application, the system can improve the effect and efficiency of sports training. It has a high practical application value.